My scripture reading this morning is taken from the book of Philippians, fourth chapter, the eighth verse. Finally, brothers, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are good report. If there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Thus is the scripture reading of Philippians, fourth chapter, eighth verse. You know, when we read this scripture and understand the words therein, first and foremost, what comes to mind with me is positive and constructive thinking. Positive and constructive thinking. Now, as I've said many times, and I will continue to say, we are all angels of light, children of God. And we have come into this incarnation for a purpose. Number one, to know the truth of that which we are. And number two, to be a blessing to all of life. But if we go about living in a way that is negative and destructive, not only to us, ourselves, but to all of life, we have not followed the teachings. You know, there's a scripture wherein Jesus said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you're thinking negative and destructive thoughts, then that's what you become. And the negative energies that you create within yourself, first and foremost, affects you. And those negative energies can crystallize on the cells, the tissues, and the organs within your body. And when they crystallizes, they causes sicknesses and diseases. And the masses say and think what life has done to me, what God has caused to happen to me. What is it? It is not God's doing. It is not the world's doing. It is what we have done to ourselves. But human nature is such that we're going to blame it and place it on somebody else. And the first thing we say, why would I do this to myself? Well, if you don't know what you're doing to yourself by the misuse of the power that is within you, surely you're going to blame it somewhere else. instead of rectifying the situation within you. And as long as we go through life blaming someone else for the things that has befallen us, it will always be within us. Instead of taking responsibility for the things that we have brought upon ourselves by the misuse of the power of I am. That's beautiful. That that statement, I am, says so much because it shows ownership. When you say I am, and you have to be careful, whatever it is that you attach to I am in reference to yourself, it is that which you become. It is that which you demonstrate and manifest in and through your body and your life. And there are so many times people say, well, why God allowed this to happen to me? God didn't allow it to happen to you. You allowed it to happen to yourself because you have misused the power of God within you. I am. It shows ownership. And whatever you attach to I am, it's yours. So you have to look at first, you have to think about what it is that you're thinking before you attach anything to I am. I am is the power within you. And that scripture states everything that you think and put your mind on should be positive and constructive things, energies, vibrations. These are the things that you want to manifest in your life. If you don't want it to manifest in your life, then don't take them into your consciousness. Don't think about them. Because as sure as you think about them, you're going to attract them to you. I like to use the scenario folks living out in the country, especially during the summertime. And you don't have to really be out in the country. You can be anywhere, basically, in the summertime at night. And you turn on that porch light. And then you go out and you see all of these bugs flying around and gathering around this light on the porch. Some bugs you never seen before in your life. And you know how some folks are. We don't like bugs. When we see bugs, we get to screaming and shooing and running and telling somebody kill it, get rid of it. Well, so it is with that light that is within you. The misuse of that light will attract all types of unwanted things to you. The misuse of I am is the light within you. And whatever, and you have to understand that this I am light is always radiating. And it is by your thought that makes this light of I am a magnet. It attracts all types of things to you. But then there are some things that will come to you that you have not consciously attracted to you. But in your awareness and in that awakening state of mind, you have to know that it has come for a purpose. And hereby is the opportunity for you to use the power of God within you. You see, as Jesus stated, be judge not, that ye be not judged. Because the energies of judgment that we create within ourselves about another, it affects us first before it goes out. And so we have to be cognizant of what it is that we are thinking, because all that we want to attract to us, all that we want to create within us is peace, joy, harmony, happiness, prosperity, and success. And the energies and vibrations of perfect health. I want to share a story with you. I don't think I've shared this with you. If I have, it's been a long time ago. Bless my brother's soul who's in spirit now. My brother had a problem, an issue. If he would watch television and they will be talking about some kind of sickness or illness, next day my brother had it. He would go around saying, I have this, I have that, whatever it was that they were talking about on television. The next day he would have it. He claimed it. And he would go to the doctor for it. And a lot of times they said, well, we can't find anything wrong with you. And he would say, oh, I have it. I know I have it. I can feel it. It is what he has claimed because he heard it and he accepted it. And it became real within his consciousness. And so those things began to affect his life. He created within his consciousness the very thing that he believed was happening to him. No, in Jesus' teaching, Jesus said, physician, heal thyself. You, me, and everybody else has the power to heal ourselves. And for those of us that are healers in this ministry, we have an understanding of the healing power. And we know within ourselves that in order for us to do healing on someone else, we first must do it on ourselves, within ourselves. So we live according to what the scripture and to Jesus' teaching. Physician, heal thyself. If you can't heal yourself, what can you do for someone else? I remember, I'm not going to call no name, not going to name any places, but I want to share this with you. And there might be some present here that have heard me speak on this before, or they might have been present and witnessed this happening. I was taking a class many years ago at a church, a very well known church. And as we were standing on the outside of the church waiting to be let in, waiting for the teacher or the instructor to come, and the class was prosperity and success. All of a sudden, about a half a block away, we heard this noise. It was almost like building was falling again. Round the corner came this car, making so much noise. And we all kind of wonder who was that driving this car that should have been in the junkyard. Well, lo and behold, it was the instructor for that evening. Can you imagine? Here's someone coming to teach us the keys to prosperity and success, driving a car that was disturbing all the peace in the neighborhood. How can we teach someone else that which we are not demonstrating ourselves? How can you do it? There's a saying, you might believe it in your mind, but you're not demonstrating it from your heart. And it was a very disappointing evening because she was not demonstrating what she believed. As someone present here this day always said to me, walk your talk. I can call them name, but they know who they are. And I do the very best that I can to walk my talk. Because when we walk our talk, it is a demonstration of what we believe, what we know to be the truth. And if you don't walk your talk, how can you expect other people to listen to you or believe in what it is that you're saying or trying to teach them? Whatever it is that you have stored up in your head, in your mind, bring it down into your heart and live it from your heart, for there lies the truth. As Jesus said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The heart represents the center of your being. It represents the kingdom that is within you. It represents the allness. Brothers and sisters, I say to you this day, and I will say it for every day that I am in this physical body. Know the truth of that which you are. You're more than mind, you're more than body. You are the I am of God, the source, manifesting and expressing in and through a physical body. As you journey upon this physical plane of existence. Let the light of I am be the light that goes before you, illuminating your pathway, making the crooked path straight, opening wide the doors of opportunities, blessing all that come in contact with your auras and vibrations. Get away from the mindset that we can do it all ourselves and we don't need any help. If you start to think like that, then I'll say to you, as it has been said, fool him, devil, fool him, devil, thinking that he can do it all on his own without the help of God. Yes, I'll be the first to admit that I've known people who said that I don't need God. I can do it myself. And if you open your eyes and your minds and your ears to the things that's going on in and around the world, there are those that think and feel that they can do it all on their own without the help of God. It's a sad story. It's a sad life when we think that we can do it all on our own without God. You see, without God, there is no life. Think about that. Think on those things. Without God, there is no life. There's no you, no me, no them, no they. There is no nothing. And as someone said to me many years ago, you better wake up and smell the roses. You better open wide your eye and behold the beauty, the truth that is not only within you, but all around you. We have not come into this incarnation for the sole purpose of living unto ourselves, but we have come to be an outlet for every man, woman, and child, everything that has life and breath. For that which the I am God has given unto us, we must open wide the doors of our hearts and give to all of humanity. For love is so needed. Truth and understanding is the key to a more prosperous and successful life. And if we have it, if we know it, then we must demonstrate it and share the way to those that shall come after us, those that are behind us, those that have fallen on the path. We, as angels of light, cannot neglect the responsibility and the purpose for which we have come to raise the consciousness of humanity. Think on these things, whatsoever be true, whatsoever be honest, whatsoever be just, whatsoever be pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report. if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. God bless.